So after watching yesterday's Nintendo World Championships, I feel like there's a little more to be desired. It wasn't boring. There are some intriguing parts, no doubt. Specifically, Splatoon, the Metroid part that was pretty entertaining. Samus Returns, I'm talking about the obstacle, Breath of the Wild, snowboarding. The final's really good, Mario Odyssey. That was a really creative idea. But I feel like there's so many games, the pacing just wasn't there with some of them because the pacing would be dependent on how good and the flow of the game was. And people weren't good at the game, it would feel really sluggish, which happened quite a bit. Mario Party, ARMS, and I felt like the Smash Bros. Where they had a 8-player Smash, but timed was a mess because you can't follow that. You don't know how many people have how many lives. So I felt that was a mess. And the clear thing is, what is the objective of the Nintendo World Championships for Nintendo? It is to advertise and showcase their big products on their platform. Yet the audience viewing it likely own the platforms already and are aware of the games that are coming. So they're appealing to a small audience. So what is the point then? Because the audience is already aware of the products. Because I believe the Nintendo World Championship should be an event that people look forward to every whether a year or 2 years. It should be a big event, and the infrastructure that they have now doesn't appeal to a mass audience. So here's where my idea comes in, where they do what they did at E3 in 2017. Nintendo hosted 3 esports tournaments, Pokken, ARMS, Splatoon, and they did quite well. Really, I really did. Especially Splatoon, that was fantastic. The competition there was really invigorating. I'm sure a lot of people agree with that. ARMS and Pokken kind of lagged behind because they were newer games, and they had like celebrities and YouTubers join in, so the talent pool wasn't there. But if you get the hardcore people in that field, you'll get much more entertaining jousts or whatever battles. So I think that's something they should look at. Because think about it, the Switch has a couple of games that could be played in the esports nature. Splatoon 2, ARMS, Pokken Tournament Deluxe, Smash Bros. For Switch when that gets announced inevitably, Street Fighter 2 Turbos, which would need Capcom's permission of course, and there's that MOBA that's the #1 game in Japan and pretty big in Asia. Maybe it will spread, Arena of Valor. I think that could be an interesting event or game to have for an event like this. Let's face it, the esports community is huge. If they saw that Nintendo was a player in this, it would shock the gaming world and bring attention and buzz. That's what they need. They need to bring attention and buzz to the Nintendo World Championships. Because Nintendo has the capabilities to put forward a great show based on how they did at E3. Splatoon has so much depth to it. The formats with all the ranked matches, changing it up, it makes for a great television, figure of speech of course. ARMS and Pokken, we still need to see how that would look at a competitive level, but I think there is potential to it. Now, let's face it, why I think this would benefit Nintendo is that if people see that Nintendo's taking the esports seriously, people will take their games and platform more seriously. So there is already a Street Fighter 2 scene, of course, been around for a while. If Street Fighter 2 players see that their Nintendo is hosting a Street Fighter 2 Turbo for their Nintendo World Championship, they may adapt Nintendo Switch to partake in these events. People may partake in Splatoon, ARMS, Pokken, etc. to be able to partake in this event, because if Nintendo hosts an eSport event, that would be a big deal. So this is how I believe the World Championship should be, because it would create a huge buzz. Now this prospect of the World Championship becoming an esports centric event sounds like a fantasy, because Nintendo doesn't have that in them, in their mentality. They don't want competitive natures in the game. They want to casualize it so it's accessible, which I don't agree with, because the casuals won't play the game long term like the hardcore will. So I don't know how plausible this idea is, but I feel like the World Championship would be immensely benefited by that change of infrastructure and Nintendo in general welcoming esports. If it doesn't change the format, then it won't ever escape that niche audience that it appeals to right now, and what's the point? Because a lot of people really don't care about the World Championship. It's just a novelty, and I don't see what the point is really. If they change it, they can bring Because here's what I imagine. They bring esports players on a global level. It will attract buzz, and then that's when they can advertise their products, and that's where you hit. That's the point where you expose your products, games, platforms, whatever, to new audiences. That's how you expand it. That's what I feel the objective of the World Championship should be. So we'll see. I think I have hope that Nintendo will embrace esports in general. This it has to be on their terms, which I understand. I just hope that day will be soon.